Welcome to BSc 5th semester course on physical chemistry. This course is on elementary quantum mechanics. I'm your instructor Suhas Gauri and these are my contact details. In this class, I will be covering 3 points: black body radiation, second, Planck's radiation law, third, photoelectric effect. Whenever radiation hits an object, three types of physical phenomena can be possible. Either the radiation absorbed in the body itself, or hit to body and reflect back, or transmitted through the body. Here we will focus only on reflection and absorption of the radiation. Radiation consists of many different wavelengths. Wherever matter is heated using heat source, it emits radiation of all types of wavelength. The radiation given off by material bodies when they are heated. A particular body is an ideal system that absorbs all radiation incident on it. It is called black body. The electromagnetic radiation emitted by black body is called black body radiation. Let us see the example of a burner of an electric stove. When the burner of an electric stove is heated, it first turns red as the body is heated. Even further, the radiation becomes white and then blue as the temperature continues to increase of an electric stove. The terms In terms of frequency, as temperature increases, the emitted radiation goes from lower frequency, which is red, to higher frequency, which is blue, because red is in lower frequency region of the spectrum than is in blue. Different solid emit radiation at different rates at the same temperature. Rate is maximum when the solid is perfectly black body. In the above figure A, according to Maxwell electromagnetic theory, these oscillators emit radiant energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Here, spectral distribution of intensity of black body radiation has been observed as a function of frequency at a fixed temperature of a body, which tells us the intensity of the emitted radiation depends on the temperature of the container as well as the wavelength of the radiation. Moreover, as temperature increases, the wavelength at which most of the light is an emitted shifts towards the blue region of the spectrum. Here, figure C shows the variation of the intensity of radiant with the wavelength at three different temperatures. Now let us summarize intensity of blackbody radiation. Intensity increases with increasing temperature. As temperature increases, the total energy emitted increases because the total area under the curve increases. This law was established experimentally by Stephan, according to which the intensity of total radiation, the area under the curve, is proportional to the fourth power of Kelvin temperature T. This we call it Stefan-Boltzmann's law, where sigma is constant known as a Stephan constant. The peak of wavelength distribution shifts to shorter wavelengths as temperature increases. This we call it Wien's displacement law, where one of the application of law is to calculate the temperature of star. Planck radiation law. Now we have seen blackbody radiation curve, which is spectral distribution of the intensity of blackbody radiation as a function of wavelength. Wien displacement law and Rayleigh-Jeans radiation law tried to explain this curve, but no one was able to successfully explain this curve by classical theory. In such situation, there was a need for a revolutionary idea which could go beyond the known physics of that time and explain it. This was done by German scientist Max Planck. Not only did he successfully explain the blackbody radiation curve, but he also led the formation for modern physics, which is known as quantum mechanics. In order to explain this curve, Lord Rayleigh and James Jeans gave the Rayleigh-Jeans radiation law. According to this law, the energy density of the radiation is proportional to the square of the frequency and is inversely proportional to the square of the wavelength. That's why this law follows the radiation curve at high wavelength, but due to the inverse square nature, it predicts a huge amount of radiation at low wavelength, which does not match with the actual curve. Rayleigh-Jeans radiation law has two parts. The first part counts the number of modes of radiation present in the black body cavity, while the second part says about the corresponding average energy of each mode, which is equal to on an average kT for all, according to the equipartition of energy principle of classical statistics. This means that no matter what is the frequency of an oscillator, all have same average energy. Max Planck challenged this theory of classical physics and said that it is not possible. He made the revolutionary assumption oscillators are oscillating with the different frequency, then their energy will also be different. For this, he suggested that if an oscillator oscillating with the frequency nu, then its energy equal to h nu. If in the cavity radiation having different frequency, then Planck calculate the average energy of all radiation with the help of Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution, which came h nu over e to the power h nu upon kt minus 1. When Planck replaced the average energy of Rayleigh-Jean's law with this, he got a new equation for energy density, which is known as a Planck radiation law. Planck radiation law. Albert Einstein received a Nobel Prize for effect called the photoelectric effect. What is effect is when the light particle of sufficient energy incident on a metal, then instantaneously electrons are emitted from its surface in vacuum. This phenomena is known as photoelectric effect or photoelectric emission. Now let us see how photoelectric effect is demonstrated by experimental setup. What you can see here, they have connected metal plate with a wire and wire is connected to ammeter. Photoelectric effect confirms when you incident a light of particular frequency on metal plate, it shows reflection in ammeter. This process indicates that ejection of some of electrons by metal surface. The ejected electrons are called photoelectrons. Two parameters were closely has made discovery of photoelectric effect. One is frequency, another is intensity. Now let us see the effect of varying frequency on photoelectric effect. Initially, they have checked at low frequency and checked what is happening to the detector side. When we change particular value of corresponding wavelength doesn't show the photocurrent in the emitter. The electron are instantaneously form a given metal plate when it is irradiated with radiation of frequency equal or greater than some minimum frequency called threshold frequency. The kinetic energy of the emitted electron depends on the frequency of the incident radiation and not on its intensity. The kinetic energy of electron increases linearly with increase in the frequency of the incident radiation. As we increase in the intensity of the incident radiation corresponding, the number of emitted electron increases, which tells that the number of electrons emitted is proportional to the intensity of the incident radiation. Based on the above experimental evidence, Einstein assumed that light may be considered to be made up of discrete particles which is called photons. Each photon carries an energy equal to h nu, where h is a Planck constant and nu is the frequency. Each photon can eject only one electron from the metal. The minimum frequency that will eject an electron is just the frequency required to overcome the work function of the metal. Work function of the metal is analogous to the annihilation energy of an isolated atom. Work function which represent as a phi, which is equal to h nu naught. Work function for each metal has a different ionization energy. Such a metal from which electron comes out easily from metal that has less work function value of the metal. Such metal from which electron comes out difficult from the metal that has a high work function value of the metal. If we give a greater frequency to the incident light, only a fixed fraction taken in overcoming the binding energy of the electron and remaining will go into the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. That's explain why when we increase the frequency of the incident light, subsequently kinetic energy of ejected electron also increase. When this photon collides with the electron of the metal, the electron acquires energy equal to the energy of the photon.
Thus, the energy of the emitted electron is given by h nu equal to phi, which is also equal to h nu naught plus half mv square, where kinetic energy of the ejected electron has energy equal to half mv square, where m is represented the mass of the electron and v is the velocity of the ejected electron. If you rewrite this equation, so kinetic energy is equal to h nu minus h nu naught.